top 10 sexiest wrestlers? Hold up. Uh, 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 uh. Hey everyone, and today is the second episode of the AWE Action Review. And today, I'll be reviewing the first episode of Intensity, which was a Battle Royal elimination match between Tengu, Don Grayson, Atlas Liger, Chris Davidson, and the mercenary, Charlie Mack. And though it wasn't a very long episode, it still put off a lot of great moments, and we'll be getting into them shortly. And we'll be starting off with the first elimination, Tengu. Alright, so Tengu is a new star. We all know that. He was in the draft and had a different look than he did in that draft. Anyways, he was the first elimination of this match, but that doesn't mean that he went down easy. He was literally hit with almost every finisher in that match. I mean, he was hit with Chris Davidson's Uranagi. He was hit with Don Grayson's flipping cutter. He was hit with Atlas Liger's Devil's Cut, and he still didn't go down. And when all the wrestlers were outside the ring, he hit a massive dive. This shows the strength and the power that Tengu has, which is really impressive for a star that's really just coming up into the AEW company. And even after that, when all the stars usually came back into the ring, he had a double choke slam on Don Grayson and the mercenary Charlie Mack, and that just shows the strength and power of him. But he was still later eliminated by Chris Davidson. He really pulled through this match, and it really shows his strength, and it really shows his power of what he can do. I really do have hope for this new star, and I hope he sticks around for more. I hope that he'll be able to become one of the top talked about wrestlers in this company. And in this first match, he was very impressive. Don't get me wrong, but I think we kind of all expected that Tengu would be the first one to get eliminated. I mean, I'm being non-biased here, but he is a new star, and he didn't prove anything yet to us, so it didn't make sense that he would pull through and win the match. I'm not mad. I was rooting for Tengu, and he did what I thought he would do. So you know what? I'm completely happy with that. But on to the next elimination, Don Grayson. Now we all know Don Grayson. At least we should. I mean, if you haven't subscribed, then click that like button and then the bell yet, then I really don't know what you're doing right now, okay? That's besides the point. We all know Don Grayson. Started off as Simba the Great, changed his name because of his ego. He did do a lot of stuff in this match. He was mostly fighting off Charlie Mack in this match, which makes sense because you'll see later on that Charlie Mack is no easy competitor. But later on in the match, he was eliminated by Chris Davidson from this, I believe, Undertaker-like submission hold. Either way, it still worked. To put Don Grayson out, and he was on next level, and it doesn't even matter. He's already in that tournament and winning off matches and trying to get that title, and he already has a big competitor. But either way, he still showed a lot of strength and willpower during this match, and he didn't do too bad. So pretty average elimination. But on to the next elimination, Charlie Mack, the mercenary. Okay, so the third elimination of the whole episode was Charlie Mack, which proved to be almost or basically as formidable as Tengu, which would be a dream match of mine. So management, book it. A very powerful competitor, since it took a lot to take him down too. He was hit with the Uranagi from Chris Davidson, as what happened to Tengu, and still wasn't pinned. He was about to be hit with a double cut, which still didn't work. But when he was down, and he was put into a submission by Chris Davidson, which also didn't work, since he didn't even tap out, and he got out of it pretty quickly. And then when he was tired, and Atlas Liger went to the table and got his tag team title belt and hit him straight in the head, and Chris Davidson pinned him, and it still didn't work. Only thing that worked was when Chris Davidson hit that flatliner and he got him out for the 1-2-3. Now that was a very strong moment, since it proved that he can be a very strong and formidable opponent when the time is right. Because in the beginning, for most of the match, he was just feuding with Don Grayson, as I said earlier. But now it showed that he can really pull off a lot of energy and a lot of strength to pull through. and it was in the final 3 of the match. And, he did his thing, and which makes him a pretty good wrestler. I do hope that he does a lot more in the future. But now on to the final and last elimination. Somehow, some way, even though he pulled through and pretty much eliminated every single other person, the last elimination is sadly Chris Davison. Now, I'm being non-biased. Chris Davison is the last one that got eliminated, but hey, I mean, runner-up. He was the runner-up of the whole entire thing. I feel like that should probably get him, get him title shot. First person to get the title shot, maybe. Only makes sense. Well, he's the final and last elimination, so let's get to it. Okay, so he pulled through a lot of the match. He did so good, and compared to season 1, he improved so much. Chris Davison has really become such a formidable opponent. He is such a submission specialist. He can break down his opponent to the point where they can't even get up anymore, and that's what he did for most of this match. For not even most, almost all this match, he eliminated Tengu, he eliminated Don Grayson, he eliminated Charlie Mack, but Atlas Liger was the one to come on top and win the whole thing. Now he is your new Intensity champion, and I'm not even mad because Chris Davison, he did the best of any other wrestler. And I'm being completely non-biased. This is basically what I'm pretty sure you would agree too, because this is basically what happened in the match. He pretty much carried a lot of it, which shows how much better he's gotten since losing his first match against Sima the Great, aka Don Grayson. And he beat him at this very moment, at this very show. And it shows what's to come and how much better he could do in the future. It shows that he can really become a good wrestler, and it shows he can pull through more than a lot of other wrestlers could. And he should, in my opinion, I know I'm supposed to be unbiased, but in my opinion, he should be one of the most talked about wrestlers later on or sooner this year. Season 2 is definitely Chris Davison's year. And though he did lose to Atlas Liger after he hit that Devil's Cut, he still did very good. But the one thing that was pretty messed up was Atlas Liger picking him up and putting that Devil's DDT and hitting that Devil's DDT on him. That was kind of disrespectful, not even gonna lie. But hey, you gotta do what you gotta do. I probably would have done the same thing if I was Hill, but I'm not, so, Either way, that's the end of it. Atlas Liger won, he got the championship, and that's all done and over. The rest is history. And that is the second episode of the AWE Action Review. I am your host, the aficionado, and I'll see you for episode 3 when we talk about Next Level number 10. Bye bye.